Hey guys, Omni here. Welcome back for Friday Night Fights. Last week we concluded Rocky 3, and today we are going to be jumping into Rocky 4. After we finish this one, we will officially be halfway through our Road to Creed 3 journey as we kind of go through the entire Rocky franchise together. For me, the first time, a lot of you is just having fun watching me go along for the ride and just seeing just how different this franchise is compared to what I thought it was going to be. And I saw some people echo that sentiment, that apparently I'm not the only one, as far as people that go into this franchise for the first time, having like this huge misconception about what the focus and drive of the series actually is. Because my God, I've been enthralled. I'm loving it, man. And this seems to be the shortest one so far. You know, Rocky 3 was like 15, 20 minutes shorter than the Rocky 2. This one is an hour and a half with credits. So we're chugging down. So yeah, man, I'm excited though all the same. I don't know which one. All I know is like I'm still waiting on the one other fighter that I've heard of, you know, Drago, whatever, Dolph Lundgren to show up. He's the only other person that I know Rocky fights. I believe it's this one, but I'm not 100% sure. But that still leaves a big old question mark, because I know there's 2 more Rocky films, and then we go into Creed. Again, I didn't know about Mr. T or Clubber Lang, so the whole time I'm just like, who are the other people he's going to be fighting? Like, who are the other villains that left that didn't leave a huge cultural impression on the world? So I'm very curious about these last 2 films. I can't remember if it was 5 or Balboa, one of the 2. I did see a comment was be like, you should just skip that one. And I was like, I'm not going to, but like, it's just like, but I'm going to go into these with open arms, and we'll see how it all goes. But guys, we're going to go ahead and strap into this one. So if you want to see the full length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well as in watch along format. So you need your own footage to sync up with the time codes to reaction to the entire thing. You also get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind the scenes footage to try to make it worth your while, since you are going to support the channel. And if you guys enjoy the reaction, please leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not already, because that stuff really does help us out over here, and I would really appreciate it. And with that all said and down the way, guys, let's go ahead and hop into Rocky 4. Here we go. Oh, dude. Shiny, shiny new gloves. Oh. What was that? That intro. Will we find out who won?
I know, but what'd you think of this? Oh, it's a very crazy blow.
Look, Stallion. Now look, when you run that last fight, you won by 1 second. You beat me by 1.
Oh, no. Okay, I thought we were picking up afterwards. This is the walk-in, too.
No TV, no newspapers, just you and me.
Nothing, just you and me. Age before beauty.
Ding, ding.
Springtime in the morning.
I'm still young.
Dolph Lundgren as Drago. Finally.
Want to ring the bell?
All right. Ding, ding. No, you don't want to hear this. Come on.
Maybe I'm in here with the wrong guy.
They really do like doing like these previously ons. And son of a...
How you doing?
Fine.
Oh, you know, don't you think that's a little bright, don't you think?
Don't go too fast, or you're gonna get out of focus.
Oh, really?
Aw.
Yo, it's about time. I'm sorry I'm late. Hey, listen, why don't you go over there and get ready to eat, okay?
Great, you're here. Now you can stop calling him names.
Oh, you've been calling me names. Watch this.
It's parked outside the driveway?
Just be patient, would you?
Oh my God.
I feel like I'm getting ready to go into a big fight or something. Watch this.
What the... Happy birthday, Paulie! What the hell is this?
What the hell is this?
Thank you.
It's extremely psycho, Rocco.
Since you don't have any friends, we thought you'd like it.
Yeah, pretend you're happy. Will you? It'll keep you company.
Oh God.
Please make a wish.
It's creepy. That talks, that thing. I wish I wasn't in his nightmare.
What do you think there? Very good, huh?
Paulie, eternally ungrateful.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
Rocky,
Yeah, you know.
what are you doing with that cake?
Well, the party ain't over yet. Still gotta celebrate some more. It's a special night.
Aw.
It's almost been 9 years since you've been married to me, so
Wow. 9 years.
Our anniversary's a week away.
that's true, but why wait?
Has it been that rough?
No, I'd say it's been excellent, really.
I don't know, man. Last film, again, my brain keeps wanting to say episode. She did put up her dukes, man. Gave him a good old grilling.
You ain't never getting rid of me. Well, you're not. You're never getting rid of me. Happy almost anniversary.
You're so sweet.
What are you gonna fight, Drago? The Soviet Union will interprofessional.
Please, no more talk now. We will talk after.
Do you know where it's gonna be held?
You're right. The Union is still around right now. Oh. You know, I don't know if I've ever had Church's chicken.
There is no one who can match his strength, his endurance, or his aggressiveness.
You make it sound like he's indestructible.
Yes, he is.
Well, can this mammoth Russian who's already been nicknamed the Siberian Express?
Siberian Express.
Your head doesn't look like a punching bag.
That's nice. Thanks a lot.
It looks like a catcher's mitt.
Oh, it was, Jack.
Well, rude.
My husband and I thank you for coming to our training course.
That Flintstone sound effect right there, man.
Shall we have a demonstration?
Is he okay?
Thank you. A normal heavyweight averages 700 pounds of pressure. Drago averages 1,850 pounds. Whatever he hits, he destroys.
He was an amateur. He's big and he's strong, but he's clumsy. I know I can beat him.
Oh, he wants to fight him.
Okay. Later, Dad. Later, Paulie. Later, Apollo.
Later, big man. See you later, kiddo. Yo, don't you think?
We've still not heard his name, damn it.
You're the greatest. See you, sport.
Paulie, who taught her to talk like that?
She loves me.
What the f?
Like I was saying,
My sentiments exactly, Apollo.
You ever try these comics?
no.
Keeps your fertility.
Hey, Paulie. This fight you're having against the Russian, do you think maybe it ain't against him?
If it's not him, Stallion, then who's it against?
But do you think maybe
Yourself.
it's like you against you? What do you
Oh, man.
You know, I think you really are getting brain damage. That's what I think, Stallion.
I don't know, man. I think the more he gets hit in the head, the smarter he's getting.
See, we're born with a killer instinct that you can't just turn off and on like some radio. We have to be right in the middle of the action because we're the warriors. And without some challenge, without some damn war to fight, then the warrior may as well be dead, Stallion.
This is not boding well, man. I'm afraid of where this is
Stand
going.
by my side this one last time.
When this is over?
You know me, Stallion. Always think of something else.
God damn it, man. Every line in this so far is just giving me 1 week from retirement vibes, man.
See, I just want to show the whole world that Russia doesn't have all the best athletes.
How do you think Apollo should fight Drago?
Well, personally, I think the first thing you better get Apollo is a ladder.
Drago, how does it feel to spar with the great former champion?
The man's tongue didn't come through custom.
My husband is very happy to have this opportunity.
Does he not talk?
In our country, Apollo Creed is well known and very respected. It could be a good victory.
Whoa. Where did you come from? What are you talking about?
You can box, yes, but you are far too old to think that you can win over Drago.
Oh, is that a fact?
Yes, and it could be a painful one. Drago should not even fight this man because he is a has-been.
You get that big chump in the ring. Look, I don't want to hear anything about Let that chump go.
Oh my God. This broke down fast.
How did I do? A little loud for my taste. Oh yeah, very good.
What the f was that editing choice right there? What is this score, man? So mechanical. I mean, that's the whole thing they're building up. Like, he's being trained and gauged by machines. It's all about the science of the perfect man. Actually, the perfect backing for it, but it's just so jarring.
I hope after we can be friends. I hope so. Of course, they're sportsmen, not soldiers.
I mean, your guy was wearing, like, a military uniform. What is with this movie, man? Dude. Wow, really? Oh my God, Apollo. Can't believe we got a James Brown performance in the middle of this. You know, last time Apollo showboated like this, it didn't go according to plan.
Tonight's special event features two great athletes. In the blue corner, weighing...
There's like one dude out there who's like one great athlete. Dude, these dudes, they're both so jacked. Has Drago even thrown a punch yet? I've seen these like hook counter things, but like no actual punches. Oh, and there it is. And oh my God. Dude, he was... Dude, I'm surprised his neck stayed intact when he was in that corner and just getting cocked like that over and over again in that position. My God.
You don't stop this fight, no matter what.
Round two, dancing around. The legs appear to be still a little rubbery. Hands up. Hands up.
Wow, he's completely dropping his guard. Oh wow, he spasmed.
There's a lot I can say about this man. I don't know if it matters. I guess what matters is what he stood for, what he lived for, and what he died for. You always did everything the way you wanted, and I didn't understand that, but
Rocky, is decision final.
Oh.
Simple defeat of this little champion will be a perfect example of how pathetically weak your society has become.
Dude, after the first two films, they just keep just changing vibes, man.
I don't know what your people are doing.
Mrs. Balboa.
There's a lot of freeze frames in this. Probably wouldn't have been able to tell too closely at that, but the film grain stopped moving at the second she turned that corner, and they just used a still of the outside of the property.
Don't do this. A lot of people live with hurt.
Adrian, a lot of people don't have a choice. I do.
You willing to lose everything?
Adrian, this ain't everything. This house, the cars, and all the stuff we got. That ain't everything. It's a lot more than this, Adrian.
Before, there were reasons to fight I could understand, but I don't understand this. It's suicide! You've seen him, you know how strong he is. You can't win!
Adrian always tells the truth. No, maybe I can't win. Maybe the only thing I can do is just take everything he's got. But the baby, he's gonna have to kill me. When he kill me, he's gonna have the heart to stand in front of me. And to do that, he's gotta be willing to die himself. I don't know if he's ready to do that.
I love this warrior stuff, man, that they've kind of been talking about. This definitely feels like the 80s finally creeped into these movies, though. He probably feels guilty, too, for not throwing the towel down.
Are you scared?
Oh, wouldn't you be?
If a big giant man wanted to beat me up, I'd be real scared.
Yeah.
Like you requested, yes?
You requested this dumb location?
Yeah.
You planning to grow reindeer or something?
Grow.
I just wanted to get away from things, you know.
Who are they? They are
KGB.
assigned to you. Official chaperones, yes? Where you go, they go.
No sparring, no TV, nothing. How the heck is he supposed to train around here? No TV. What about the Rose Bowl game? No room service, I bet.
Paulie, shut the f up.
All right, you chipmunks.
Hey!
You know what you gotta do. Do it.
I mean, it is a really pretty place, all things considered. And it's a very rough environment to prep in, so I get it. That punch in on that guy with the binoculars. I love the contrasting methods and philosophies at work here. Good God. I haven't seen snow that deep since '93. Hey, it's good. It's a good tactic, but it's kind of goofy at times watching Rocky do some of these things. Oh man, he's growing some scruff, dude. What? Really? Oh.
I missed you.
I missed you.
I'm with you no matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what.
This movie is like 95% montages. Dude, look at him, man. He's getting that bounce, man. He's keeping it going. Whoa! 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 I'm sorry, that was impressive. The core and like thigh strength that would take to do that like is insane to me. Dude, he reminds me of like rugged Ryu right now. Oh, this song. I love this song. God damn, man. Again, I keep saying this. Rocky would make a damn good anime. It's already kind of one. Oh. 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 Oh my God. Over 2,100 pounds of pressure in one punch. They are jacking him up. You mother... God, man. Dude, these movies just make me want to go back to the gym so badly. I love the parallels to all their methods and how they're doing the same thing but in completely different ways. Yeah, f your stairs, Philly. And he slips and dies. Oh! That was what they were referencing in Cobra Kai. When the people from the Sekai Taikai came in to look at their training methods. Like Cobra Kai, with all the tech and all that stuff, and then them doing like the hard, weird, off-the-wall labor for their training, and then the guy was like, Drago! It's clicking!
I know sometimes I act stupid and I say stupid things, but you kept me around, and other people would have said, drop that bum. You give me respect. You know, it's hard for me to say these kind of things because that ain't my way. But if I could just unzip myself and step out and be someone else, I want to be you.
The reverse of when they, when Apollo fought.
It seems that the booing crowd has absolutely no effect on the man. His concentration seems to be like stone.
That's my dad. You know.
What? God, this robot. Someone please explain to me, because I'm sure there's like a behind the scenes thing on this. What train of thought led them to this robot thing?
The title. The American Boxing Commission has not sanctioned this bout.
So this isn't even a title match. This is just... go time. Dude, Stallone is so shredded. I know I said this last time, but like... this is like their own like version of what Apollo did to them in the opening. I respect that they're having them speak Russian, and though no subtitles, but I don't think we need them to know what he's saying. I assume the rules are the same. You know, I don't know, I mean, he's pretty freaking tall, but like, I just keep looking at him, I'm like, he could play a good, well, back then, could play a good Guile. Like if they made like another Street Fighter movie, which that movie in and of itself is just a classic.
Remember what I said back there about wanna be you? Yeah. Forget it.
Be a rock for you understand? Be a rock for you, be strong. All right? Now take it to him. No pain. No pain. No pain. No pain.
I love that he's backing Rocky now, man. Again, I don't know what that role is called, but I like seeing him there.
Gets out of the corner now, and now what's more, it is Drago backing Rocky Balboa up with a jab. And Balboa is not staying on balance because of the long jab of the Russian.
Yeah, he's got reach on him.
At the midsection of the Russian, and he's just hit him with everything he's got. And Drago just smiled at him.
Oh, he's just letting him. Dude, the difference in reach is insane. Ooh.
Sends Rocky Balboa 15 feet across the ring, and the champ is down.
Come on, buddy, get your Zenkai boost. Jesus! No hesitation. I mean, is this Rocky's usual tactic of outlasting? Or is he legitimately just getting his ass whooped?
What's happening out there?
He's winning. I see 3 of them out there.
Oh, God.
The one in the middle. Right.
That's great advice. Damn it, he just can't. Oh, okay. I was like, he's struggling just to connect. Wait, can you do that? Oh!
He's on his feet. He's on the run.
Oh, 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 oh! Ooh, that spurt of blood. Get him! Oh, God. Whoa! Yeah, this is not... What is happening? Oh.
That's all. Got him hurt bad. Yeah. Now he's worried. You cut it. You see? You see? He's not a machine. He's a man.
Неправда.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
You must have wounded it. Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Paulie just holding his head. Ooh, I like that focus on the blood. Every time they've shown a reaction shot of that guy in the middle of a fight, it always cracks me up. Ooh! Oh, he knocked his mouthpiece out. Oh. This is brutal. Oh, they're not even wearing mouthpieces anymore. At least in that shot they weren't.
Cheers now for Rocky Balboa. Suddenly, Moscow is pro-Rocky.
They're impressed. No, they have some new ones in. They're just like looking past their coaches. Dude, he's getting, you can tell he's tired. They both are, though.
This is incredible.
Wow.
This is our round.
Uh-oh.
Don't stop it now.
They gonna try to rig it? Yes! Wish I knew what he was saying.
This is the last round.
To the end.
What did he say? To the end, or I don't know what he said. I couldn't understand him. Hmm. God. Using the spring off the rope for that momentum there. Not a bad move. God, man. This is so back and forth.
Forget technique, forget strategy. This is just a street fight.
She's gonna divorce it after this. Dude.
I seen a lot of people hating me. I didn't know what to feel about that, so I guess I didn't like you much, none either. In here, there were two guys killing each other. But I guess that's better than 20 million.
Я думаю, что это лучше, чем даже 20 миллионов долларов.
What I'm trying to say is that if I can change,
Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменился
and
сегодня.
you can change,
Вы можете измениться.
everybody can change.
Каждый может измениться.
That's another thing I remember from Cobra Kai. Oh, God damn it. Aw.
I just want to say one thing to my kid who should be home sleeping. Merry Christmas, kid!
That one audience insert. Yeah, wasn't that something that Johnny said? I think in that same episode. Damn, man. Oh my lord. This one was very focused, very hyper focused on what it was doing here. You know, it caught us up to speed with Rocky and where Apollo was at the start. Years after the last one, and just kind of, again, Apollo's just hungry for proving himself. He loves and lives in the fight. Even if he kind of lost sight of that until he fought Rocky in the first film, lost his mind to like being on top, being in the fame and the spotlight and the limelight of it all. Meeting Rocky, and you just see it, like how it changed him, and it reminded him of why he fights. And you know, he's one of those people that like he lived his life doing like one thing. It was his life. It's who he was, and that he's like one of those guys that retirement's just not going to like leave him fulfilled. It's going to leave him hungry. Like he's wasting his time that he's got. You know, he's only living while he's fighting. So he sees this challenge and sees this opportunity to get back in the fight and completely underestimated the situation, didn't take any of the signs, any of the warnings. You know, even Rocky, and who knows, maybe he could have won if he even took Rocky's advice early on and postponed the fight to prepare for the fight. Like Rocky said early on, we don't know anything about this guy. We haven't researched him. He hasn't been in active training for like 5 years, but he was like so overconfident in himself that he went in and got blindsided. And he, like, for his own pride, he was like, you do not call this fight. Like, he's got to go down to the fight. I don't know if he knew going into it that he might not make it out of this. And it was visceral. They didn't linger on it too much, but he got rocked, like his neck. Like, there had to have been some kind of spinal injury there, or something that happened with his neck, because once he hit the ground, you could see him like twitching and stuff, and it was just that was hard to watch, man. It was because I love Apollo. I love this bond, this rivalry turned friendship that these two had, and it was just hard to watch, even though everything in the opening of this was just setting up these massive red flags, as they tend to do. And even like knowing that something not good, I didn't know if he was going to die or if he maybe would get paralyzed, because I don't even know what would be worse. I would have to imagine if he got paralyzed, that might even be a worse hell for Apollo to be in. To be alive and but physically unable to fight. I'm just glad there's not this ill will between, again, I don't know his name. I think they said it, but again, the sound mixing at times and the way some of the people talk in this, like, it's hard to like pick it up. And maybe I should be watching this with subtitles, but I just hate doing that. But like, I don't know his name, but like Apollo's coach, when he was screaming for him to throw in the towel, we never really caught back up with Apollo's wife, though. But I'm just glad that there wasn't any resentment, since Rocky was the one holding the towel for not having thrown it. I know we saw the towel drop before when Apollo dropped, but I don't think that was him tossing the towel in for the signal for the white flag. I think it was already too late by that point anyway. But it was just a really good setup. We got a James Brown performance. I will say, like, as far as the movies go, I think this is the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Poorly structured. I still really enjoyed it. I think I like it as a story more than 3. Because it feels a little more organically connected to the first 2. Even though I think tonally it is just so much more out there and way more 80s than the last one, for sure. To be fair, I think that the last one released in 82, if I remember right, because they come out every 3 years. This one was marked for 85, I think, if I remember right. It's kind of crazy to me, just the tonal jump. Like I said that in the last one, and like that Rocky 2 or Rocky 3 felt very different from the first 2. And then this one felt even more different to that, but even more 80s. But like with that coming out in 82, it would have more than likely have been filmed and post-production worked out in the early 80s. It would probably have been filmed in 80 or 79, so maybe that transition hadn't happened yet. But yeah, man, from like the hyper-focusing on the technology, the weird freaking servant robot that Paulie developed this her-like relationship with, which was just so weird. And then just the weird, not pseudoscience, but the weird, what would you call that? It's I don't know the word for it, but it was just this very 80s obsession with the future, with technology, with the way that, you know, they were playing up the analysis of building the perfect man with Drago and all these very pointed exercises with these machines, with taking the elements, with taking the world out of the man and just kind of trying to build a perfect man, but in realistically just a mindless robot. He wasn't really a person to them. He was a tool, is what it seemed like. Until he got into this fight, you know, the fight woke him up because you saw him push back against his kind commander or whatever, that guy that we saw presiding over him in America as well. He's like, the guy came in chewing him out. I don't know, because there wasn't any subtitles for the Russian, but there was one thing he said that sounded like he called him an idiot. And then he grabbed him by the throat and just chucked him into the crowd. The fight, the hunger woke him up. I love that. And this is something that's very tropey, especially in anime, but in a lot of these types of heavy masculine films that centered around, combat, war, or just sportsmanship themselves. There's this idea that you in a fight, in a conflict, your real self is presented. It's like there's this idea in a lot of things I've seen where you don't really know the person across from you until you fight them. In a way, fighting reveals the true person, and it's a very anime thing. And I think that's what was happening here. Drago just completely wrecked Apollo. So I don't think he understood that connection. He was still very much just there to murder, there to win. But when he fought Rocky and he drew blood, it woke up this instinct that they were kind of suppressing with this machine-like regiment to tear him down and his humanity like they were doing. And you see it kind of wake up, and this became more about him and more about the fight, as both fighters weren't really worried about what was going on out there. I mean, Rocky came in here being hated. He came over there being hated. And it just became this bubble, and their energy altered the perception around them. It was so much fun. But getting back to what I was saying as far as the structure of this, I'm wondering really what is the runtime. If you take out the previously on in the opening, the whole full James Brown performance, which seems like a little bit of a detour, and then that good huge chunk of Rocky driving, and we're just getting flashbacks. We're getting a montage of the first 3 films. That felt like it went on for a while to me. I don't know what the exact runtime was, but I think we went the full length of that song that was playing for that montage. It was just so weird and out of place. I know what it was trying to do. He was thinking back, he was driving, he was remembering Apollo, why he's fighting and all of this stuff. But I feel like there's probably another way to show that it seemed like they were really cutting corners to get this movie out. Because if you cut out a lot of the repetitious stuff that we've seen before, I mean, this movie was already an hour and 31 minutes with credits. So if you cut that out, I would imagine this was probably an hour 20. At the end of the day, it was still a really fun journey. It was a really interesting story, and I think it just naturally progresses from the last one in a way of the themes and what they're tackling. Rocky was trying to retire, and then you had the clubber thing. They have retired up until this point. Well, I don't think Rocky was tired. He was still active champion, but Apollo had retired. But then you cut ahead another 5 years. They're pulled out of this again by their own hunger for the fight. It was just a lot of fun. The training montages, this movie, this franchise, I know training montages became a thing, but is this what kicked it off? Because they are masterful at these training montages, especially with the stuff with Rocky at the cabin versus Drago in that training facility, and how it showed all the different parallels between their different methods. Rocky putting himself in the dirt, doing these things in makeshift ways, being ingenuitive, thinking about things, using whatever's around as his equipment, versus these designed by the book, by the numbers machines, and how he's able to do this with much less. All the effort, all the thought, all the crowd work that goes into building Drago, and Rocky's just out here by himself in a cabin pulling off the exact same stuff. It's just really well done at paralleling that train of thought. No matter how much you try to put the machine into the man, the man is what you need to build. The man is the focus. You can't just manufacture the better human. You have to do that yourself. And I love that parallel and philosophy. And I can't put that on Drago because I don't think that's his philosophy. That's the philosophy that's being put upon him in a way that he's kind of... I'm wondering, do we see Drago again? Does he come back up? He didn't die. Rocky didn't kill him in this. Does he come back up ever? Don't answer that. I don't want spoilers for the next 2 films, because I know we got 2 more Rocky films, and then we got the first 2 Creed films that we're going to be getting into. But just like with Clubber Lang, these people just kind of show up. Aside from Apollo, he's the one that kind of hung around and we stuck and got to know. But like, I would love to see like expansions. Like, I still don't know what Clubber wanted, what he was doing, what his drive was, or any of that. I would love to see, especially though, more so than that, with someone like Drago, who was kind of like born, bred, and raised to be the perfect killing machine in the ring. Like the way for this country to really put itself in the global mix with this sport. And even though they were roiding him up too, that's another thing. On top of all the specified, scientifically tested and manufactured training methods, they were still juicing him too. That's another thing. And Rocky still managed to pull him out, which is another thing, which is crazy, because this is all Rocky, all drive and all fire that pulled out in the end. That despite all that, now that he's kind of tasted this and he kind of pushed back a little bit and seen this change, I think Drago would be such a interesting character to follow up on. See how he changed after this. Like, how did this affect him? It could go one of 2 ways. It could push him to go harder, dive deeper down this path of like, okay, well, if none of that worked, maybe I need more juice. Maybe he like dives down into other ways, darker ways of getting the strength or power he needs to survive. Or is this going to be a way where he has this spiritual awakening where he's like, maybe there's another way, maybe there's more I can do, and like we see like a positive change that comes out of this. There's some really good stuff in this movie. I just think as a film, it was a little sloppier than some of the previous 3, as far as the way it was put together, and then just all weird 80s shit that just kind of creeped out of nowhere with the whole, this is what the future's gonna look like, or whatever they were hoping that robot thing was gonna be, but because we didn't have anything like that, right? That would be shocked. And have we actually confirmed his son's name? They joked about calling him Rocky Jr. in the first movie, but they have not one time said his name in any of these films. I haven't bothered to check the cast list. I guess that would be an easy way to go. My luck, it would probably just say Rocky's son. But yeah, will we find out his name? Maybe next time on Dragon Ball Z. I keep talking about this. There's a lot of parallels, and this came out in the early 80s when like a lot of the anime that became very popular over here, especially like Dragon Ball Z and stuff, was still being written in its prime in the manga format. It's just like, it's so funny to me that there's so many parallels between Rocky and Goku. It's interesting. I like it a lot. Maybe that's one of the main reasons I'm really enjoying this franchise, is it's evoking a lot of these things that I grew up with that were from other mediums in a way. Because I keep talking up how very anime-like this franchise is, and how well I think it would translate as an anime, when it may have influenced some of that to begin with. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I did enjoy this, even if the movie, I gotta, like, again, critique it as it is, tell you how I feel. But just because something has flaws, it's weird, it's out there, doesn't mean I enjoyed it any less. The first 2 films are just peak so far though. But these last 2 are still really good in their own right. There hasn't been a miss in this so far. I mean, hell, the last 2 have gotten me to cry, so I'm definitely invested. But guys, what are your thoughts on this one? That's another thing I didn't bring up. There's 2 versions of this, apparently. I don't know which one this was. This is the one that was on Netflix. I'm not sure which version there is. I saw some people talking about asking if I was going to watch the original version or the director's cut. I watched whatever one this was on Netflix, which I assume is the original cut. I've heard some people say that the director's cut is a wholly different film in a way, or feels very different. So that might be something I'll watch on my own time. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this reaction either way. And if you did, please leave a like, drop a comment, and let me know your thoughts, your experiences with this film. And if you're not already, please subscribe. But if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. Speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Share, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yorick Scott, Margaret Grace, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Raven McGann, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, Amy Becca, and Josh Lee. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all next week with Rocky 5. Take care, everybody.